Today, I want to delve into a topic that is not just essential, but fundamental: the purpose of man's life. On this channel, we often talk about values, virtues, and the qualities that define a true man. We examine what it means to be high value, how to act with integrity, and what it takes to build strength and respect in a challenging world. But in the heart of all these pursuits lies a single question: why? What is the ultimate reason behind our journey to strengthen ourselves and strive for greatness as men? This question is one that many never find the courage to truly face. Instead, they chase material success, social approval, or fleeting pleasures, hoping these pursuits will eventually provide meaning. But purpose goes beyond the surface of achievement or fame. As men, we are called to something deeper, to a journey that not only builds us, but also leaves an impact on the world and stretches our souls towards something greater than ourselves. So today, we'll break down the purpose of a man's life into 3 essential levels. Each level builds upon the last, guiding us through self-realization, legacy, and ultimately, a path towards something divine. For each of these levels, I encourage you to think deeply about where you are, what drives you, and if the direction you're heading aligns with a purpose that will fulfill you, not just for the moment, but for a lifetime. So, let's begin. But first, if you want to progress, show your support by hitting like and subscribe button. If you have any questions, drop them in comments, and let's talk. First level, self-realization. At the foundation of a man's purpose lies self-realization. This is often the first level that men are drawn to, and understandably so. It's about building a life that has visible results, achievements, status, wealth, physical strength, social influence, and even the admiration of women. Here, success often means outward signs of accomplishment: a well-built body, financial stability, a respected career, or an attractive partner. Many men believe reaching this level will bring them fulfillment, thinking that once they achieve enough success, they'll find happiness and peace. But here lies the trap. When self-realization becomes the end goal instead of a means to a deeper purpose, it can lead to a cycle of endless striving without true satisfaction. Think about it. In the pursuit of a strong physique, financial gain, or popularity, how many men find themselves feeling empty once they reach their goals? They're surrounded by the symbols of success, but are left wondering if it was all worth it. Achieving this level without a higher purpose is like climbing a mountain, only to find there's nothing but a void at the top. The truth is, there's a limit to what material success and physical accomplishments can do for our sense of purpose. The value these things bring can easily fade if we make them our sole reason for living. Self-realization is about building the tools and skills needed to navigate life confidently. When we talk on this channel about building strong body, improving social skills, or creating financial well-being, we are discussing ways to elevate yourself. But ultimately, these achievements should serve something greater, not be the final destination. Money, status, and physical strength are crucial assets, but if they are pursued without direction, they risk becoming sources of frustration rather than fulfillment. When we base our worth entirely on external accomplishments, we become vulnerable to a world that changes constantly. A single failure, a loss of income, or a fleeting relationship can send us spiraling if we've placed our self-worth solely on these achievements. For some, this might be a wake-up call. Yes, a man should strive for success, but only if it serves a purpose beyond self-gratification. At the core, self-realization is about constructing a strong, disciplined foundation, but not just for yourself. Each achievement, every goal met, should be a stepping stone, building you up for the greater challenges and responsibilities that lie beyond. So, work on your physical strength, earn the income you need, gain respect in society, but do it with the knowledge that these are simply tools. They prepare you for what comes next, but they are not the end goal. True fulfillment only begins when you use these tools to build something that endures, something that reaches beyond yourself, Self-realization is essential, but it's only the beginning. Once you reach this level, you must be ready to ask yourself, what comes next? The path doesn't end here, it only expands. Second level, leaving a legacy. Once a man has built a foundation of self-realization, the natural progression is to look beyond himself. This second level is about recognizing that our time here is limited, and that a life built only on personal achievements will eventually fade. Here, purpose shifts from a self-centered pursuit to something larger, a legacy. A man begins to consider what he will leave behind, not only in terms of physical assets or accomplishments, but in how he impacts the lives around him. Family, mentorship, contribution to society, or creating something that endures beyond his own years become the new goals. It's at this level that a man truly understands the power of his life to influence the future, knowing that his actions today set a foundation for those who follow. On this level, a man no longer seeks validation solely from the recognition of his achievements, but finds purpose in being a source of support and strength for others. He realizes that his knowledge, skills, and wisdom can empower the people around him, be it his family, friends, or community. A man who reaches this stage embraces responsibility not because he has to, but because he knows the difference it makes. Building a family, mentoring others, and creating meaningful connections all require an investment of time and energy. It's about passing on the values, skills, and lessons learned from life's trials. When a man starts thinking in these terms, he sees himself not only as an individual, but as part of a continuum, a link in a chain that extends both to his ancestors and to the generations yet to come. Legacy isn't just about family, it's also about the mark we leave on the world. Perhaps it's in the form of a business that contributes to the community, or a skill you pass down to the next generation. For some, it's about being a mentor or a role model who inspires others to reach their own potential. Men who think about their legacy often consider how their actions, values, and beliefs will continue to resonate after they're gone. At this stage, every decision and every achievement carries more weight because it isn't just for the here and now. It's for something far greater. You start to realize that your daily actions, from how you treat people to the example you set, are shaping a legacy that will outlast you. This level also involves a sense of responsibility to society and a broader impact on the world. A man who embraces legacy isn't afraid to take a stand for what he believes in, even when it's challenging. He understands that in a world filled with distractions and temptations, his duty is to be a steady pillar, someone who upholds values that matter. His influence becomes subtle but powerful, affecting the lives of those who look up to him or interact with him. Whether through teaching, leading, or simply being a steadfast presence, his impact is measured by the lives he touches. Leaving a legacy means crafting something lasting and meaningful, ensuring that the mark you make today will guide and inspire others for years to come. Ultimately, this second level is where a man transforms from a seeker of success to a creator of meaning. It's where he stops asking, "What can I get?" and starts asking, "What can I give?" In building a legacy, he shifts from living solely for himself to understanding his role within the larger picture of life. Here, he finds fulfillment not in the things he acquires, but in the contributions he makes to those around him. This stage brings a deeper sense of satisfaction because it is grounded in selflessness, resilience, and the desire to nurture a better future for those who come after. True legacy is about touching lives, inspiring growth, and leaving the world a better place than he found it. Third level, connection to the divine. The third and final level of a man's purpose transcends self-realization and even the legacy he builds. It is about forging a connection with the divine. First of all, I was truly glad to see that our recent poll showed many of you feel help and support from God. This response showed me that, with a self-aware audience like you, we can discuss more serious matters. This third level is the journey towards true meaning. a calling that touches upon the deepest part of a man's soul, where the earthly meets the eternal. At this stage, a man realizes that all his personal achievements and legacy, as noble as they are, point to something far greater than himself. Here he understands that his life has a purpose beyond his own ambitions, or even the family he builds. This is the pursuit of something timeless, something that doesn't end when he leaves this world, the pursuit of a relationship with a higher power, the Creator, or simply God. In many ways, this third level is a return to the roots of mankind's understanding of purpose, where survival and legacy ultimately serve to fulfill a higher calling. The realization of this truth brings a new dimension to everything a man does. For him, family and legacy now become not only expressions of his values, but also acts of service to something sacred. Every aspect of his life becomes an offering, a way of honoring a purpose given to him that transcends his individual existence. His strength, discipline, and accomplishments all find their highest expression when dedicated to serving this purpose, transforming his journey from one of self-fulfillment to one of devotion. A man on this level often finds that his sense of inner peace and resilience deepens, knowing that he is not alone in his struggles. There is a comfort in believing that his journey is guided, that there is a higher wisdom watching over him, teaching him through every trial and triumph. He understands that real strength is not just the ability to fight life's battles, but to place his faith in something beyond his control, trusting that there is purpose even in pain. This kind of faith brings stability and humility, grounding him and providing a deep well of calm that he can draw from, especially when facing challenges or uncertainties. For a man who has reached this level, his purpose becomes a lifelong journey of alignment with the divine will, a journey that brings a unique clarity and peace, no matter how turbulent life may be. What is particularly powerful about this level is that it transforms how he relates to others. A man who feels a deep connection to the divine naturally extends compassion, kindness, and strength to those around him. He sees his relationships with his wife, children, and community as sacred responsibilities, not burdens. This sense of purpose drives him to lead by example, knowing that his actions are a reflection of his faith. A man who embraces this divine purpose becomes a guiding light, embodying values like integrity, humility, and selflessness that others gravitate towards. He no longer views his life in terms of personal gain, but as a way to serve others and honor the Creator. It is through this lens that he approaches each day with renewed strength, driven by the knowledge that his purpose is greater than himself. For many, this level may come gradually, often as life teaches difficult but valuable lessons. Experiences of loss, hardship, or even success can serve as reminders that our earthly accomplishments, as significant as they are, have limits. They can lead a man to seek a higher purpose, to go beyond the fleeting satisfaction of worldly gains. In this way, spirituality becomes the natural progression for a man who has built his life on principles and achievements, but finds himself longing for something more profound. He understands that no amount of wealth, power, or respect will bring the peace he desires, as only a relationship with God can fill that void. This third level is also an acknowledgement that true greatness does not lie in dominating others, but in humbling oneself before something much greater. A man who walks this path is no longer driven by the need to prove himself to the world. His sense of worth is deeply rooted in his connection to God, freeing him from the pressures and judgments of society. In his eyes, success is no longer about accolades or recognition, but about living in harmony with his purpose, guided by principles that honor his faith. In a world that often promotes superficial values, this man becomes an example of true strength, a peaceful warrior who embodies both power and grace. Understanding the purpose of a man's life is no simple journey. It is a path that unfolds through levels of self-discovery, discipline, and faith. From the pursuit of personal achievement to the legacy left for future generations, and finally to the connection with something greater than ourselves. Each level shapes a man in profound ways. These stages are not separate, but rather they complement each other. Together they preparing man to live fully and meaningfully. As men, we must recognize that true strength lies not in fleeting accomplishments or the admiration of others, but in the courage to seek a purpose that resonates deep within us. Each day we have a choice: to grow, to strive, and to serve something beyond our own desires. We build ourselves up, not to dominate but to lead, not to gain praise, but to uplift those we hold dear. When a man dedicates himself to a higher purpose, he finds a lasting peace, a source of resilience that nothing can shake. This journey requires sacrifice, courage, and an unwavering commitment to live with honor. It's a path that doesn't just ask for hard work, but for a soul willing to serve, to love, and to protect. Remember, strength without purpose is hollow. Success without legacy is fleeting. So I ask you now, are you ready to embark on this path, to forge yourself as a true peaceful warrior? The journey won't be easy, but it will be worth every step. Subscribe and share your journey with us. Until next time.